It is time now to head into the chat room, and joining me today is Shelly Horton from 9honey.com.au in Sydney and Nine's Nicole Rolls in Brisbane. Welcome to both of you.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Now, first up today, Cricket Australia is under fire after unveiling the new Australian Test uniform. So the names and the number of the players are now emblazoned on the back. There you go, paid number 7, rather than the classic plain white shirt. Look, Shelly, fans are in uproar with some calling the new look an atrocity. What do you think?
Oh, the fans are not happy. They're like, it's ruining the nobility of cricket and it's an outrage. I'm unsure how it's an outrage. I mean, the idea behind it is that we'll be able to recognise players more easily and more people might be attracted to watching cricket. And when it comes down to it, I'm just glad they're not cheating. Yeah. So really, baby steps.
There are more important things to do, and I agree with you. It saves you like watching the telly and going, who's that? And who's up now? And what number are they? And I don't know, Nicole, the other sports have had players' names and numbers on their shirts forever. What do you think for cricket? A good idea, or should we stick with tradition?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm the first person to admit that I'm far from being a cricket aficionado. So I'm actually really excited that it's a good way to recognise the players quickly. It will make watching the game a whole lot easier for people like me. For die-hard fans, I do understand the sport is steeped in tradition, but also sport is about change, about getting with the times. And if this is Cricket Australia moving forward, then maybe we should embrace it.
Shelly, do you think this is a positive step forward for Cricket Australia to try and move on from the cheating scandal?
Maybe it is, but I also think maybe it's a very clever marketing tool. So now they'll have extra merchandise to sell to the kids. So they'll be going, I want a number 7, Mum. Who knows? Look, at the moment, I'm finding it very hard to dial up any outrage about this, but hey, I'm not your traditional cricket viewer.
Nicole, would this make you go and watch the cricket anymore?
Look, it's probably not something that's going to sell it a whole lot more, but I do, again, like Shelly, I'm not really a die-hard cricket watcher, but I do think when I do watch it, it will make it a whole lot easier to watch.
At least we'll know
and maybe
who we're
it will bring
watching,
more people to the game.
All right, let's move on. And Australians are stingy when it comes to splitting bills. Well, that's according to research by Bank West, which found many of us would prefer to tally up the exact amount of what we owe rather than divide the cost evenly. Nicole, what do you do when it's time to split the bill?
I guess Bank West is calling me stingy then, because I am definitely a bill splitter. I'm not really sort of OCD about it. You know, I like to split the bill in places where we can do that. But, you know, if it comes to it, sometimes we'll transfer, my friends and I. My partner and I have more of a taking it in turns sort of system. Yeah, but I think
it's less about splitting it and more about, so whether, you know, it's $100, just say, so instead of splitting it by 50 each, it'd be like, well, I only had the salad and I had the water, so mine comes to $46, but yours is, that's what, do you do that?
I'm not a militant splitter, but I think when places allow it, when they make it easy, the thing is for me, I don't drink, so if it's a big expense in terms of people buying drinks, then I'm into splitting it even because I'm not paying.
Yeah, Shelly, I was going to say the only exception, I'm an equal splitter, but if someone's not drinking, I think it's not fair. What do you think?
I completely agree. I am all about just do the even split, work it out, but if someone's not drinking, I don't think it is fair for them to do the even split because I drink a lot. And so therefore it really isn't fair. I am always happy to say to the person who's not drinking, hey, we'll just take off whatever yours is for the money for food and we'll split the rest between us. But when it comes to everyone else, I think you do an even split. I don't like getting the calculator out at the dinner table. I don't think it's cool. And I also think that, you know, if you're getting down to like, I had the salad but I didn't have a bread roll, then you're not going to be a fun person to have lunch with anyway.
I was going to say, would you go back and have lunch with a friend that split the bill like that, Shelly?
No chance. I just order another bottle.
Yeah. I'm a bit the same as you. Equal split unless it's alcohol involved. Yeah. But it's not like you can have one drink and go, I didn't drink. Like if you're either in or you're out. And if you're out, then I'm fine with that. Nicole, don't worry, we'll still go and have lunch with you.
Thank goodness.
All right, we're going to take a break. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking about the alarming rise in teenagers wanting lip fillers so they can look like the Kardashians. And a British celebrity spends $140,000 on his daughter's first birthday party. Stay with us. We'll have more of Chatroom next. Let's head back into the chat room with Shelly Horton and Nicole Rolls. And schoolgirls as young as 16 are begging their parents to get lip fillers to look good for their school formals. Experts say the demand is due to social media and a rise in Instagram influencers like the Kardashians. Psychologists are blaming obliging mums and dads, though, who have allowed their kids to even have these procedures. Nicole, would you ever let your daughter undergo a procedure like this?
No, I wouldn't. Aside from the side effects like bleeding, swelling and exacerbating cold sores and blisters, I mean, it's also the fact that teenage girls should be taught to love themselves the way they are. I remember growing up, I really hated the fact that I had big bushy eyebrows, and then that came into vogue. You know, this might not always be the cool thing to do. So it's important to teach girls to just feel beautiful the way they are and not oblige them on something like this so young.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. We should be telling teenagers they're beautiful just the way they are. I know that's not the message they're getting from social media. But Shelley, do you think the celebrities are really to blame, or should parents take more responsibility?
Both. Celebrities are to blame and parents need to take more responsibility. I mean, they're entitled to say to their 16-year-old, you're not allowed to have lip fillers until, I think it should be that you have to be 18 to get anything like this done.
I think never.
But
I wouldn't do it as a 40-something, let alone a 16-year-old.
I'm 45 and I've had lip fillers, right? And
well, you've had them because you can't tell.
Yeah, but they've also gone now. But that's the thing, it only lasts 3 months. So it's not a permanent change to their body. It is a 3-month change. So, but what I would like to say to those girls is it really hurts. So it's like needles into your lips, okay? So let's stop thinking about the Kardashians and think about the pain and maybe just avoid the pain.
And not only the pain, it's also expensive. And as you said, it's only temporary. So what is the message here? We're spending a lot of money on changing our look to look like someone else temporarily. And then how are you going to feel about yourself when it does go away?
See, that's why God invented Instagram and filters. So you can change your look without actually doing anything.
And makeup.
Yeah, I absolutely think parents should be put to task about this. 16 is too young. Look, I think 18 is too young. I think you're not really comfortable in making those sort of decisions until you're about 25. I think there should be a limit. But anyway, that's just my thoughts.
Huh?
I'm sure I'll get people messaging saying, my daughter had self-esteem issues. It's like, you need to build them up and make them feel beautiful for who they are. All right, finally today, British boxer Amir Khan and his wife have spent 140 grand on a rainforest-inspired first birthday party for their daughter. You heard it, 140 grand. It came complete with jungle props, animal dances and a 5-tiered themed cake. Shelley, this party has divided the internet. Is it excessive?
Of course it's excessive, but they can afford it. So this is the thing. I don't have any issue with them spending that money. It's not like they're having to go without food for a month to fund this. This is the lifestyle that they have. I think a lot of the outrage comes from other parents who are doing a bit of a compare and despair and say, I can't put on a birthday party like that. I'm like, you're right. You're also not a professional boxer. The other thing is his wife is a bit of an influencer. So I'm sure that they got a lot of that party for free. I reckon they didn't have to actually pony up all of their own cash for it.
Yeah, Nicole, what do you make of the 140 grand first birthday party?
Well, I wonder if she got some lip filler for that party. It does look amazing.
I was going to say that. I bet they're the sort of parents that would think about it.
Yeah.
She looks great. It does look amazing. I think, yeah, if you're doing a compare and despair, you've got to think about the percentage of their income that would be going into this. For them, it's a drop in the bucket. Of course, they can spend that kind of money. For us mere mortals, you know, the baby's not even going to remember it, for goodness sake. I think, you know, you find in the backyard playing What's the Time, Mr. Wolf or whatever, having a homemade cake. That's a great birthday party as well.
It sure is. I love that term, compare and despair. I've never heard of it, but I love it.
Despair.
That's what social media is all about, right?
Yeah.
And where are they going to go after that's the first birthday party? I can't imagine what the 16th and maybe it's a lip filler party.
Look,
who
they've
knows?
already had their engagement, which was 260,000. So
we have to leave it there. Shelley, Nicole, thank you so much. It is time now for 9's Afternoon News.